What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. I want to talk about what do narcissists really want from you after the discard. Because trust me, there is something they still want from you. They don't want closure. They don't want things to just end. They still want something from you. And that's the reason for the constant revenge, the constant plotting to hurt you, the smear campaigning, the punishments, everything that they feel they need to do to try to teach you a lesson. What they want is compliance. They want control. They want power over you. They want that thing back that they felt they had, so much control over. And the moment they see that you're okay with not talking to them, they have a problem with that. So it's like you can't win for losing with a narcissist. Don't ever think that they're going to give you closure. Don't ever think that that's just it. That's the end of it. And definitely don't think that, oh, if I give them a little space to cool down, maybe they'll, you know, give themselves some time to think about it and get their mind right and come back correct. Because they're not. They still seek power over the situation. And as long as you allow them to come back into your life, or you don't really set those strict boundaries, they're going to stay in control of this narrative that they're trying to set. Because the narcissists, they tell half truths, and most of the half truths is a full lie. It's 75, 80% of a lie. And what they want people to believe is that, you're just this horrible person. They raced to put you out there as someone who's hurt them so bad. And so they need to warn others about you. That's the main reason for the smear campaign. Because you were so good at one time. And it's funny that people don't really see that. A lot of times people are not going to question, like, well, if they were so bad, if they're so bad now, why weren't they that bad when you were dealing with them? And the narcissist wants people to think, oh, because I'm just such this good person who loves to give people chances, even when I know other people don't like them, you know. And so that's how it goes over people's heads about you and the lies that they tell. But the thing about narcissists are they want that power. They want power over you from all angles. Whether it's in a relationship, they need to stay in control, or just a friendship or acquaintance, dealing with work, or especially in a family, and dealing with narcissistic parents. They have to have that power. When the narc parents, when they stay away for a while, you're going to always be their children. So they're going to come around when they're ready to open the lines of communication. And again, you may look at it as old habit, because this is an old habit of my parents to just up and give me the silent treatment when I don't give them what they want. They don't have that power over you anymore, and they know they don't. So now they like to throw up things, that I want this back from you, what I did for you 20 years ago. I want it all back. Anything that I ever spent on you, I want it back. You have packages coming to my house, change the address, or I'll send it, I'll return it back to sender. They'll do cruel things to get a reaction out of you because they're not getting a response they expected from you when you decided, okay, well, you're mad and you're giving me the silent treatment again. I'm used to this type of punishment. So it is what it is. You'll come back around when you cool down. See, when you let them have that, they don't like that. They want you to do more to prove to them that you're hurting, it's bothering you. And when you don't give them that satisfaction, they go even harder. They'll even try to hurt your children, their own grandchildren, to get to you. I spoke on that already, though. Thing about it is, when it comes to being in a relationship with a narcissist who wants that control after the discard, they want that control because no matter how much you try to explain to them that, you know, You're a very selfish person. You have to be in control at all times. You don't understand that everything that you want is based off, your preference. Never giving me the opportunity to say what it is that I desire or the things that make me happy. It doesn't matter to you. And I need to know, and these are things that you could speak to the narc about. I mean, I don't think it's really gonna make a difference, but you should ask a person at times just to kind of see where they head at. Would it bother, like, how does it bother you if I'm not around? Are you afraid to lose me? These are some of the questions that are necessary to ask people when you're in a relationship with them. And you just got to pay attention to the response, because they can give you something very cliche that just makes you, just kind of satisfy you for the moment, but it's still not the right answer. And the type of answers they normally give you is something that benefits them. That's what they don't want you to take away from them. But does losing you, it gotta come with a little bit more, that they'll really feel like they're missing out on if you're not there anymore. And when they are, they're not able to really express those type of feelings to you, that says a lot about your narc partner, that they really don't care to even just be around you if they're not getting something from you. They benefit from your supply. It doesn't matter how many years you've been together. You are still just their narc supply. It doesn't matter. And those relationships turns into a commitment of marriage. And that's a very bad thing when it goes into marriage, because there's something now that's going to be even more difficult to get out of, especially if you started a family. Because the narcissists, I've heard horror stories of how difficult it is to get away from the marriage, through separation or divorce. They're going to make it hard for things to, just kind of transition in a smooth manner. They're going to make it difficult. They want to make your life miserable because you choose to do away with it. And the reason why they do that is because they want control. The discard doesn't really bothers them. I mean, it does when you discard them, but when they know that you're going to take them back, they're not bothered by that. It's just a matter of time before you take them back. Because again, you may be thinking, oh, well, I'm going to give them their space for a while or let things cool off. And, they'll be back. And of course they're going to be back because you're going to let them come back. And things are never going to change because you never really sit down and express how you feel about the way they choose to do things in a relationship or whatever. It's not going to ever change because you're not going to allow it to change. You're just going to allow them to continue to come back. And they know how to get inside your mind and make you believe that, like maybe you were overreacting. If they can even play along with that and just take the blame for just a second of it and be like, and maybe we both were at fault. They never just gonna take responsibility, by themselves. Like I'm, was fully responsible for things going the direction it did. And I understand if you didn't want to have anything else to do, but they never gonna, admit to that. They want you to go down with them. You have to take partial blame for the relationship going in the direction that it's heading into. So that doesn't bother them when you discard them, because they only want power, and they know that they're going to get that power back again when you let them come back. Again, that goes for family, friendships, relationships, work, people that you work with, marriages. As long as you keep letting them come back, you keeping them in power. And they love to use, oh, I want something back from you from the past. as a way to dig deeper to get your attention.